Amen.
It's all God, you know. I got a blessing today, a chastisement in a way. You know, as a preacher or pastor, whatever you want to say, you get these times where you're constantly going for other people and making intercession. You're constantly getting in a word, but it's seeking for other people, to get a word for somebody else. And you pray and you seek God for somebody else all the time. And then I was listening to this guy today, and what I found out is I haven't been loving God like I should have been loving God. You see, sometimes you just need to get in God's presence and just tell Him, Lord, I love you. I thank you for what you've done to me. You know, sometimes you just got to go to Him and not ask for anything. Just let Him know. See, you're a spouse to one husband in this time. That's your husband. And I was telling Amanda, if you get to your kids and you give them more attention, and you never give your husband no attention, your husband's going to miss you. He's going to long for you. He's going to want you to be in His presence. And that's what God does. Sometimes we get in the Word too deep. Sometimes we get in life too deep and we don't just love God like we're supposed to or like we need to. You know, and I was sitting there today and that's exactly what I was thinking. Because every time I get in the Word, I don't get in the Word usually anymore to get closer to God or just to seek God for myself. I get in the Word to seek God for somebody else. You know, when I pray, God, give me a word that'll help somebody. Let me help somebody. But the truth is, I need God just like everybody else does. I ain't nothing special about me. I need God as much, if not more, in some cases, than some other people, you know. But I just thank Him. Y'all just remember, when you go into prayer sometimes, don't just go in there to ask for stuff or to make intercession for other people. It's okay to go into prayer and ask for yourself, to ask for something for God to touch your life too. You know, He loves us just the same as He loves everybody else. It's okay to say, Lord, I'm hurting right now. Lord, I need help. You know, and God can touch your life. But if you don't ask, if you never ask, He won't move. You know, He said, if you ask, you shall receive. You've got to ask sometimes for these things. Let God know. If God doesn't give it to you, though, you don't need it. Don't sit there and bicker and fight and try to pry something out of God's hands. I don't know why He's put this on my heart. You know, it is what it is. I searched out a message and I'm sitting there nervous because I don't know if that's what God's going to let me preach. I don't know what I'm going to do. I just know that He laid this on my heart that somebody needs to know. You need to just go to God, and it was me too. I sat there on that couch and I cried today. I did, because I knew that I hadn't been loving God. That's my other half, you know. It's me and God, and then it's me and Amanda. It's me and God, me and Amanda, then it's me and the kids. You know, God's got to be first in your life. You've got to give Him that time. But it's okay to rest too. See, rest is holy because the Sabbath is holy, and that's a day of rest. It's okay to take a break. Even Jesus, when He was here, took breaks sometimes. But you've got to make sure when you go to God that God knows that you love Him and that you want to be in His presence. The more you praise Him, the more you're going to get into His presence, and that's where you get your strength from, your power to fight the devil. Your strength comes from your joy. If you ain't got no joy in your life, you ain't got no strength. Joy comes, the fullness of joy is from being in the presence of the Lord. If you can get closer to God, the happiness that comes out of your life, that comes from you, will touch somebody else's life. It's not about what you can do for that person. No, it's not me. It's not what anybody in here can do for that person. It's about what God can do. You know, if you can get to God, then that person can find help. If you can't get to God, then you